my 1991 BMW E30. Sorry, neighbors. But yeah, so you can say this video was is a little bit overdue. I've been also getting a lot of questions on my Instagram, you know, asking me if this car is worth it, you know, to buy nowadays. And you know, my overall just thoughts on it. I had it over about a year now, and I think it's a perfect time to give a little review on the car overall. And no, obviously mine is not stock. This is not how, you know, you would find one if you do find one. But I still think that, you know, having it over a year, just the overall chassis and everything, how everything is, things to watch out for and things like that, rust spots, you know, basically what you need to know before getting one of these. So this chassis is actually a 318 IS. These come with the 4-cylinder, and it obviously does not have that motor in it right now. When I got this car, it had the M50 in it already. So this engine was pulled from an E34, a 1995 E34. So that's the whole reason why I'm saying it's not stock. It's not, you know, this, you would not be jumping into a car like this if you go and buy an E30 right now. So I kept a list of like the most asked questions I get on my Instagram, my DMs and comments and things like that. So the number one question asked is reliability. How reliable is the car overall? With that being said, I don't know exactly how I want to answer this question, because like I said, it does not have the stock E30 motor in it. So as far as reliability, if you guys are looking to do an M50 swap, this motor has took beatings on top of beatings. I mean, you guys see the way I drive on my point of views. So in my other videos, you could look it up and see how I drive. I mean, I beat the shit out of this motor in this car, and it's just held up fine after a full year of owning it. I obviously maintain it. I did spark plugs, coils many times. Well, not many, about a couple times. Did do my oil changes every 3,000 miles. But like I said, this motor right here, you could argue that it's bulletproof, bro, because I'd be redlining it all the time, clutch dropping, doing drifts, stupid shit, you know, but it's held up fine. Another question I get asked a lot as well is this a good first car, you know, for someone looking to buy their first car? And I would say yes, honestly. I think it's the perfect first car if you're looking for one. It's not, even with the M50 swap, it's not crazy fast. It's not, you know, unpredictable. It's a very predictable car. It's very easy to handle. The handling on this car is beautiful, by the way. Stock, I wouldn't say it's that great. What I did was put coilovers all around and swap the steering rack to a Z3 rack. And after that, this shit just feels like a go-kart, man. I'm telling you right now. So, but yeah, as far as a first car, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't get it as a first car. I feel like it's a great car to learn stick on as well. If you don't really know how to drive a manual that well, you know, get one of these. You can beat on it. They're pretty cheap as well. They're I wouldn't say hard to find either. So you can definitely find one, you know, somewhere on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and things like that. And I'm telling you, once you hop into one, you're gonna love it. And if you guys aren't really into like the coupe style like I have, there is also a 4-door option. You know, I wouldn't say it's the most spacious car. It is obviously, I believe, the first 3 Series BMW ever made, the E30. So it's not as big as the new 3 Series out there, but you know, it's fun, man. It's fun, and it's a great first car in my opinion. So now I want to talk more about the chassis and, you know, the common conditions you'll find these cars in. You got to keep in mind, this one's a 91. They made them from 87 to 94, if I'm not mistaken. You could look that up, but if you're gonna find one, it's gonna be at least 20 years old, bro. So you got to keep in mind that you will see rust spots. You will, you know, have to replace lines, brake lines, things like that. The brake lines on mine were actually completely rusted out. And one day, as I was driving on the highway, my brake lines completely broke on me, bro, because of how rusted they are. So I would say before getting one, definitely lift the car up, check the underneath, check the undercarriage, see what's going down there. And that was one of my biggest mistakes when buying this car. I didn't lift it up on a lift to see exactly how bad the rust was, and let's just say it was pretty bad. So bad enough that a brake line bursted on me. Another thing is mileage. Mileage on these cars are really easy to set back or pause in some cases. So my dash is actually paused at 100K, and when I got home and looked this car up on Carfax, it actually had 160,000 miles on it in 2011. So this chassis, you could argue and say it has well over 200,000 miles on it. And yeah, definitely, I wish I would have checked that before I bought it, but I really didn't care at the same time because it had the motor swap in it and things like that. So I doubt there's that many miles on this motor, but there was definitely 160,000 miles on this car before it got swapped. So I could just imagine that the chassis has well over 200K. My overall opinion on the car, honestly, I love it, bro. I loved it since the first day I got it, since the first day I crashed it, since the second time I crashed it, and I loved it even more when it finally got out the paint booth looking all good and everything. So honestly, love this car. It really does not need much to look good. You know, a set of wheels and coilovers, and you know, you might need a paint job too, depending on how good the recent owner kept his car. But bro, I fell in love with this car. I really wasn't into Beamers before this, but once I got this, you know, I just fell in love with BMW in general. And yeah, that's what led me to get the E46 M3. They're also very easy to modify, and they don't need much work to look good, you know. And that's another thing. If you guys are just looking to, you know, look good while you're going down the street, and you know, get a fun little build, you can finish it fast, you know. This car also breaks a lot of necks, 100%. You know what? After you get a nice paint job and you're looking all clean, there's no way you're not gonna run into another enthusiast, you know, on your way to the grocery store or something. Like everywhere I go, it's just like people always acknowledging the car, you know, giving me compliments, and it just makes me feel that much better about, you know, owning one. So I don't want to make the video too boring for you guys. We're gonna hop on this little parkway right here and do some pulls. The reason why mine sound like that is because it is straight piped and tuned. Also, the M50 does sound different than the stock E30 motors. But yeah, bro, other than that, like, I love this car. It's just an enjoyment every time driving it. I have no AC and I'm out here driving it while it's 80 degrees outside. parts are also very cheap for this car, believe it or not. The parts are very easy to source. I'm gonna be honest with you, everything except for the suspension on this car and wheels, I got off eBay, bro. And I'm not ashamed to say it either. Like, eBay hooks it up, you feel me? I don't know why people have like this thing against eBay, you know, saying they sell bullshit parts and things like that. Everything on eBay I bought for this car is held up fine. Control arms are off eBay, tie rods are off eBay, the Z3 rack is off eBay. Like, I don't understand what's the big deal. You know, yeah, it's a little cheaper, but that saves you money at the end of the day, you feel me? And you're not gonna find original OEM parts for this shit. So, you know, eBay is like your best option for this car. Now, I know I said you won't have trouble finding one, but they are getting rare, believe it or not. So, I mean, it's a little bit of both, you know? I mean, if you search up E30s on Facebook Marketplace, they'll definitely come up, but as far as seeing some on the road, you'll very rarely see them. If you do, you know they're pulling over and trying to get your number and everything, so you can link up and shit, but you're not gonna really find a lot of clean ones on the road. As far as I've been driving around, you know, in my neighborhood, and there's very few of them, and the ones that I see aren't that clean. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. If you do get one, I suggest getting one right now. I mean, right now is the perfect time to find one, and you know, you don't gotta be in a rush to build it either. Build it on your own time, and you know, just when you're done with it, you can just look at it and say, damn, like, I just built the E30, you feel me? 25-year-old BMW, and it's looking good. So yeah, I'm definitely proud of how this car came out. And you can say I built it fairly fast too, because I got it a year ago and it's already almost done. Honestly, there's nothing more I want to do on the exterior. I'll probably just put some bucket seats in here, make the interior look a little better. But other than that, this car is done. Like, there's nothing more you need to do to these cars. Stranded like once, and you guys seen that live in the video. So that, I can't really say was the car being unreliable. That was just me being stupid, because I upgraded the clutch to a stage 2 clutch without upgrading the slave and master cylinder. So my slave cylinder broke on me, and the car was just not going into gear. Thank God I was at a stop. But other than that, gave me no issues whatsoever. Never left me stranded nowhere on like a highway or something. That it's never even been on a tow truck for me to say it's been towed anywhere or anything. So this car has been very reliable to me, been very good to me, and no matter what it is, no matter what car it is, your car is going to treat you as well as you treat your car. So don't think you're getting into a BMW that's unreliable, because honestly, BMWs aren't unreliable. They're pretty reliable. It's just idiots buy them and don't know how to take care of them, so therefore they become unreliable like any other car would. So I'm gonna pull into a lot over here and show you a little bit of what mine looks like. I know some of you have seen it already, but if you're new to the channel, you can see what mine looks like and basically go off that if you're trying to buy one, if you have an end goal of how you want it to look. So I'm gonna pull over right here and show you guys how mine looks. And yeah, you guys can be the judge of it. So yeah, guys, this is how it currently sits. You know, fairly clean. Paint is nice. And honestly, I don't think I want to touch it anymore. It's just looks good enough. gets enough compliments, and I think there's nothing more I could do other than the interior. So yeah. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end up wrapping the video off right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. But before I go, the most asked question we gotta answer right now is it worth getting one? Hell yeah, it's worth getting one, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Why wouldn't you get one? Matt, yo, click off this video as soon as you do. Open up Facebook Marketplace and start searching for your E30, bro. Anyways, I'm out. If this video was helpful for you, leave a like, I guess. I don't know. Comment. Do what you guys do. And I'll just see you guys in the next one, man. Peace. I'm out. So before we end the video off, my boy came to see me right here. Clean R32. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Introduce yourself. Where can they find you, bro?
Chezilla on Instagram. CHEZILLAA. You know, this is my 2004 MK4 R32. Her name is Blue, soon to be boosted. And that's all she wrote, folks. A little tune.
Okay. And you about to get started on YouTube right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can check me out, Blue32. That's my YouTube channel.
Fire, fire. Rev it up for them for the one time. These are sick, bro. I always want one of these. Anyway, catch you in the next one. I'm out.